Look at this thing. This is a gigantic certified kosher gummy rat. And I will be slowly devouring this bite by bite as I answer each question. I can't wait. So let's leap right in. Walter Benson, which go check out his stop motion animation stuff, it's awesome, asked if I wouldn't mind freestyle rapping for him. I got a beat playing now, so this should be interesting. Well, Walter Benson, you asked me to rap. Don't you know that it's hard to come up with them like snap? Like it's really, really hard. Do this on the spot. I guess that I'm going to have to do a lot of thought to come up with all these rhymes. I guess I do it all the time with my videos. Although that doesn't go, I guess I'll have to make it so. That's gotta deserve at least a big bite of this tail. Licorice. K. Janelle Brown asked what my favorite subject is to photograph. Because I'm really a photographer that just does YouTube part-time, and I have my website, photographybychrishalbert.com, down linked in the description, but it's kind of having some issues, so I put a couple other links where you can still see my photos down in the description. So right now my favorite subject to photograph are people, just because I've been doing that a lot, and that is the subject that makes the most money. And I also really like to shoot macro photos of flowers, but like I just haven't had enough time to be able to do that because that takes a lot of work to set up, and I just don't have that kind of time, so I'd rather just shoot people. Because if you shoot a lot of people, then you have a lot of stuff to put in your portfolio, but then people call you and book you for photo shoots, and then you get a lot more money than if you were just shooting close-up pictures of flowers. Did that make any sense? Am I speaking too fast? So PC Changer asked, why do I wave around my arms like I'm an octopus working a jackhammer? I don't even notice. Like, my hands just do this naturally. Like, I'm not trying to make a thing out of this. This is just the way my hands work when I talk. You can ask my brother, Noah, come here. Do I wave my hands around a lot when I talk?
Yes.
Because you answered for me here. You answered the question for me. So Walter Benson also asked how long I've been into photography. I actually first started like using a DSLR in 2012. It was fall and I thought the colors were really pretty, so I took my dad's Rebel XT and walked around, and that was my first like time really trying to shoot good photos. And then I touched them up in an old version of Photoshop we had, and I put a link to one of them in the description. Haha. Oh, wait. There's more. He also asked, what kind of lenses do I use for photography and shooting video? So for photography, I usually use the 50mm f1.4. I like the 50mm look. Well, I use a crop sensor, so it's 85mm technically. And I just like how it can shoot wide open. I think the bokeh is really pretty. It's sharp, and it's very nice. So this is my go-to lens for photography. For shooting YouTube videos, I'm using, which I can't show you right now because I'm actually using it right now, but I use the Tokina 11-16mm f2.8. And I really like it because it's pretty cheap for a wide angle. It's a third party, but it's pretty durable. I mean, I've dropped it in a stream of water and it's been fine ever since. Okay, occasionally it starts to like misbehave a little bit by beeping and buzzing when I'm trying to focus, and then it just kind of shuts down. The camera says I can't communicate, but I just give the contacts a little swipe with my thumb and then it works fine, usually. Now I can. K. Janelle Brown asked, see, this really shows you the true fans. Go Walter. And K. Janelle Brown. I have a feeling that Janelle is actually your middle name, and your first name starts with K, but I don't know that many K names besides Catherine, so I'm just gonna call you Janelle. Which I'm assuming is how you pronounce that, because I've never come across that name before. Anyway, she asked me, what's my favorite book? What's my favorite book? I don't even know. She also asked if I could impersonate my favorite line from my favorite movie. You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you. You seem a decent fellow. I hate to die. I mean, tell me that's not a match between Tom Hiddleston and Benedict Cumberbatch. She also asked my best moment from vacation. Definitely when my aunt and I went on a photo shoot at 5 in the morning to this special beach where they have a bunch of driftwood. Like, when I say driftwood, I mean entire trees. It was just so pretty. The sunrise was so pink, and it was so amazing. There's like one of my photos from it, and I put a bunch more in the description. Nothing tastes better than the rump of a rat. Don't quote me on that. Oh, Ain't That True Quickly. She also asked if I can show some of my favorite photos that I've got so far. Sure. This one, this one, this one, this one. I put a bunch more, again, in the description. Josh Taylor says, stuck on an island, you can only bring 3 CDs and 3 movies. Go. Soundtrack for How to Train Your Dragon. Have you ever listened to Test Drive while driving? It's so dramatic. Maybe like some Beethoven. And finally, Metis Yahu's album, Youth, because I really like a lot of the songs on there. 3 movies? That's a bit harder. Maybe Fiddler on the Roof, because it's long and funny. Ush Pazin, which is an Israeli film that's really, really good. And maybe if Blimey Cow put all of their videos on a DVD. Isaiah Spence asks, would I rather own a purple mini pet unicorn or a giant orange pet bunny? The bunny? Are you kidding me? Can you imagine riding that thing to work every day? Boing, 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 boing. Hey, all y'all down in traffic down there. Boing, boing. Man, this is good. Not quite as licoricey as I was expecting, but a lot gummier. Kevin McCreary asks, if I could only do one video, what would it be about? So, like, would it be like my last video? Because if it was my last video, then I'd do a really long one explaining, like, why I couldn't make videos anymore, and bye, and love y'all, and that kind of stuff, and that. But if it was just like I could only make one video my entire life, then I don't know exactly what it'd be about, but dang, I would invest money in that video. Because that's like, that would be what I'd be known for. I would make like a feature film, probably. I can't think of a plot on the spot, but, that didn't really answer your question, did it? He also asked if I could calibrate with anyone, who would it be? I'm assuming he meant collaborate and autocorrect changed it to calibrate. Well, my first thought would be you, Kevin, but we've already done that. So I guess I would have to say maybe like Josh Taylor and the Blimey Cows. Hint, hint. He also asks, what's my 5-year plan? If I may quote the Joker, do I really look like a guy with a plan? Okay, really though, I'm gonna go to a film school and my goal is to be a key grip, which is like a camera operator on a movie set, and then do photography as a side job. Because I love photography, it's my passion, but there's not too much money in it, and I'm gonna have to support a family. So, I'm gonna need a steady source of income, which photography, unless you're the cream of the crop. He also asks, what's my credit score? I am not in debt. All my camera equipment I have paid off. Yeah. And finally he asks if I have $5. Sorry, nada. Jordana? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Asks, what's my favorite sport to watch? Definitely football. Because my younger brother has actually taught me how to play, so I understand what's happening. Any other sport, and I'm just kind of like, ooh, that person in the red jersey has the ball / puck. Ooh, they kicked it / threw it up. Oh no, the other team got it. Ooh, now they're going this way. We should celebrate this with applause. And finally she asks, would I rather wear a tiara for the rest of my life or a fluffy bunny tail? Totally the fluffy bunny tail. I mean, can you imagine how awesome that would be? Just like, when you're done talking with someone, just talk to the tail, bro. Talk to the tail. I could rule the world with my fluffy bunny tail. Mwah! Don't lean so far back. Well, that was the old Twitterverse. Now let's head to the Facebooks. That was actually really cool. I wish I'd planned that out. Oh wait, I forgot. That ought to make up for all the questions I forgot to eat this on. James W. Ware asks, how did I first get started doing videos? I assume you mean like when I first started. Wow, that's a story. So I was like 7, I think, and we were watching Star Wars, and suddenly I had the realization that I can do this. All they're doing is pointing a camera at somebody. That blew my 7-year-old mind. So my first like video movie I ever made was a monster movie, believe it or not. Oh, that's the most terrifying looking wasp I've ever seen, and it's getting closer. But it was like from the point of view of the monster. And the monster was like really tiny unless it decided to get really big. So like I would drag the camera on the carpet and then like walk in front of it as I was pushing the camera forward to make it look like I wasn't doing that. But the last shot was like it getting really big and then coming towards me I was just cut. And that's all I remember of it. And I'm sure if we found it now I would cringe, but like looking back just from memory, I thought it was the most amazing thing I've ever done. I want to find that someday. I doubt that we ever will, because that tape thing that it was on was in the camera, and we gave that video camera to some friends of ours and they probably taped over it. But we do have my first digital video, and that was like a science fiction video, like series, but I was the bad guy. But it was me videoing, and I was just like, basically it was me talking with just my camera way down here, and I was just showing my chin. I would show it to you, but it's just me in a cape and tidy whities, so yeah. Nummy. Phobia asks, what subjects do I hope to address in the future? That's really hard because I don't come up with ideas ahead of time, which I probably should, but they just don't. I only get like one or two ideas a week, so I very rarely shoot ahead. But I guess I eventually, like, I want to include more jokes and more puns in these because I know I promised a lot of puns and I haven't been able to come up with any. Sorry. And she also asked, what's my favorite color? As you can probably tell from all the green stuff I have all over my set and all in the title and intro and stuff, I don't know why I don't include more green. I don't even know why I like green. It's just, it's so calming. Left the best for last, the head. And finally, Caleb Placco asks, how long have I been a fan of Rhett and Link in Good Mythical Morning? Well, I started watching Good Mythical Morning at season 2, but Rhett and Link, well, that goes back a little farther. It was actually my best friend who introduced me to them, by saying, hey, these guys are awesome, they're hilarious, watch their hair goes up, hair goes down video. And I saw that, but I wasn't really that interested until he also showed me the tasering video. That got me hooked. And the fact that they're from North Carolina here, that doesn't hurt. So like in one episode of Good Mythical Morning, they talked about like the paddle boats at Pullman Park, and I'm like, yeah, I've ridden on those. That's just really cool to think about. And now, I saved the best part for last. What? Noah! Noah! Noah, give me that! I'm doing it! Thanks for the 100 subscribers. See you next Sunday.